Welcome back to another vlog. This time we made it to Lake Garda.
Lake Garda is actually Italy's largest lake, and we are currently in this place called Riva del Garda, which is on the north of the lake. And the plan for the next 2-3 days is just to drive slowly and make it to the south. So we're currently here in January, which is definitely out of season. So it has its benefits and its disadvantages as well. So first of all, this place is much more quieter than normal. We could tell from the streets right away as we were driving through. There are a few cars shooting around the corner, yes, but there's nowhere near the traffic that there is in summertime. So if you're coming here with the van, this is definitely one of the main benefits, first of all, to come in the off season. Lake Garda, cold test.
Oh my god, it's not that cold at all. Oh, it's really tempting to swim, especially in this beach here where it's all flooded. You won't even tell that this is January, right, with this beautiful day today.
Well, maybe from the way we're dressed.
Yeah, maybe. It
jacket.
is a bit cold, yes, but it's totally warm when you just sit on a bench and you just enjoy the sun. We saw so many people doing that. That's why they're a lot happier, I think, because they got the sun, vitamin D.
Perfect day for it. So it's currently chaos here because someone's feeding the ducks. About 100 ducks are headed in this direction. We've parked up our van in this very central parking lot. It's a motorhome stop, so specifically for vans and motorhomes. Very central, just a couple of minutes away from the coast. I don't know if it's because we're in winter or something, but it's so much more beautiful than I imagined. It's just a shame it's too cold to swim. Look at this. So walking along this huge pathway which leads to the centre of town, and there's just one beach after the other, after the other, after the other, just never ending. Anytime that we've been near Lake Garda, we never had weather like this, and it just looks so beautiful with these colours popping.
So here, this is my garden, guys, and I planted these trees about 100 years ago. These trees really make Garda feel special more than other places, because we're seeing so many olive trees, pine trees, cypress trees, and they make it so unique, and they play a good role as well in the environment. They help to control erosion on the steep mountain slopes, improve air quality as well, and support the local wildlife.
I've been to so many amazing places, but out of the tourist locations, sometimes they're a bit underwhelming and even disappointing. But this is one of the places where we didn't know what we were going to expect, but it's just perfect. I'm having so much fun here, I don't want to leave. So one of the disadvantages or benefits, depending on which way you look at it, is that not all the shops and restaurants are open. There are still a few that are, so that's pretty cool if you want to have something to eat here. And there's also a few of these ferries that go like from the north to the south of the lake and even cross over. So you don't have to drive around if you don't want to. And last time we were here in Lake Garda, it was winter as well, but it was raining, it was cloudy, it was horrible weather for a few days, and we went along this side. And I've got to be honest with you, it looks so different now with a little bit of good weather. And that's the thing with travelling, really. It's about the experiences in the moment, and you can't always replicate it. Someone might go to a spot and everything will be perfect, and then you might go there and you hate it. What do you think of this place?
It's perfect, absolutely perfect. A lot of restaurants and hotels, I think they're closed, but in summer I think it's much more busier. And I think it's the best place, the best time, sorry, to come now, because it's not very busy.
And when we were here last time, we actually went to this place. It's called Limone sul Garda, very similar to here, and that's further on the lake. But this time we've decided to go from north to south. I'm going to be going over the opposite side of the lake, mainly for obvious reasons, because as you can see, we're in the shade already here, because the sun sets behind the mountain. We want to be opposite in the sun where we were. In fact, over here you can see it just looks beautiful over the other side, but we're in the dark already.
It's fish, I don't know. No.
Okay.
€2. Amazing. is a really nice spot, and it's €1 per hour for the first 2 days, and then it's €5 per hour. They don't want you staying here longer. Normally when you stay longer it gets cheaper, but not here. Also this spot here where you can empty the drains, fill up the water, empty the cassette and everything. So €2, can't really ask for more, can you? So we've left Riva del Garda and we started driving along the lake. It's absolutely beautiful here. The road is just curving along, and as we mentioned earlier, there's not so much traffic whatsoever. We saw a nice little parking lot in one of the first villages that we passed, and to be honest, this part here along the lake, there isn't really many places to stop. So we've just turned around now at the next village, and we're going to head back and go and park up there, I think, if there's a spot for us. We didn't get to see it properly, but just from the corner of our eye we saw there was like a van parked, so I think we can stay there. Anyway, we're going to go and check it out now. Right, so we've parked up just in time for sunset. Nice little spot here, very quiet. There's another van, and I'm so glad that we saw this. We had to drive about 10 minutes and then 10 minutes back because there was nowhere at all to turn around. It's so worth it. Look at this view here. Absolutely stunning. I didn't know whether we'd find park ups here along the lake. I know obviously in summer it's going to be much more difficult, but so glad that we're able to enjoy it while we're here now. So today we've got some soup to keep us warm. Charlene was up early this morning before we made the trip down to Garda. Now we're just heating it up and enjoying the sunset. From inside the van though, because it's a bit windy now and it's getting really cold outside. Look at this, what a beautiful spot to wake up to. We didn't really get far on Lake Garda because Riva del Garda is just in front of us. We stopped at one of the very first park ups that we could find. The thing is, we don't know whether there's going to be park ups like this further down the lake. We've done a bit of research yesterday, but couldn't really see many. What we found is that there's a lot of them that are available in the winter. So like this one here, I don't think you can come here in summer. Police come and ask you to move on. So this is another benefit as well. If you want to try and find free park ups like this instead of paying really expensive campsites, this is another reason why maybe you should come in winter instead of the summertime.
I totally forgot the amount of beaches that exist on this lake. They're everywhere. Every corner there is a small pebbled beach.
And what's special about the northern part of Lake Garda is you've got these huge mountains in front of you. The ones in front of us here are actually like a bit black and no snow, and then over here in this direction there's still a little bit of snow.
And from this spot here we can see the tunnels that run through the mountains.
Yeah, from the other side. But today we're going to get going now. We're going to be heading down this side. As you can see, it's a bit cloudy in this direction here, but where we're going we've got blue sky, so we're looking forward to that. The best thing is that this morning, for the first time in a very long time, we woke up to a positive temperature. It was like 3 or 4 degrees. It's amazing.
That's a big deal for us, guys.
It's not t-shirt weather, but it's still an improvement.
And van life is getting more easier now because you don't have to worry about a lot of things. I truly can't believe that we're in the most touristic place in Italy, I think, and the roads are really calm. We haven't seen a lot of motorhomes, right?
Yeah, just there was one that come and park up next to us in the park up we were this morning.
But that's it. This is the only one
I haven't seen any
here.
on the road actually. It's weird. Coming from Germany and Austria where there's just motorhomes galore.
Yeah.
Summer, autumn, spring and winter.
All year round, yes. And here it's just quiet. Most of the businesses here are closed, so that's why. And so many tourists come during the peak seasons only, so this is a bonus for us. Oh look, we're leaving Trentino now. Ciao ciao! So we left Trento and the next region is called Verona. There.
Veneto.
No, Veneto, sorry.
Veneto is it.
Most of Lake Garda is surrounded with these huge tunnels just to pass from one village to another. There are so many roadworks here on Lake Garda.
Ready for summer.
And we totally can see a difference between 6 years ago and now. Riva del Garda was incredibly beautiful. Everywhere you look, it's just picturesque. Wow, look at these beaches here. Oh my god, it's so clear. Crystal clear waters. I think it's a big problem when you travel in summer in Lake Garda with a motorhome, because there would be so many people. I guess you'd have to book a campsite and stay there for a couple of days. So we found this parking here. We got an overhang right here and we're gonna try to fit the van there. It's perfect for us. Oh my god, look at this parking spot. Look at this. So tight. Okay. That's very good. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That's it, that's it. Okay, we're crossing the line a bit, but I'm gonna stay in the van or out here.
We passed this really beautiful spot called Malcesine. It's like a tower looking over the lake, and we've just been driving since then trying to find a parking lot where we can actually park the van, because they're all so small and tiny, or they actually have like a height barrier. So glad we found this one. We've just got the bike off and I'm going for a cycle around Lake Garda. Look at this, where have I ended up? It's like a little port here on the shore of Lake Garda. The water here is just so clear.
Whilst Chris is on his bike adventures, I'm here with Holly. I can't leave the van alone because this parking lot is a little bit small. We're really enjoying our time here on this esplanade. It's so calm and peaceful. There aren't a lot of cars passing by, and we just sat down for a little bit, you know, on the pebbles. It's really nice. This town is called Brenzone sul Garda. There are these old stone houses. They all got different colors, and then you have this beautiful view of Lake Garda. Just by sitting here listening to this calm water, it really, really relaxes me. And Holly too.
What a place, guys, what a place. So I've rode into the town of Malcesine. Really nice town, just on the edge of the lake, and then you've got the tower which is up, looking so nice. And then all along the coast here there's like these little islands as well, like this one here, that are just floating in the middle of the lake. Wow. This is unreal.
That was long.
Just an easy 20k, electrically assisted. Thank you to Hitway, the sponsor of today's video. As you might have seen over the past few weeks, we've got a new bike to take with us on our travels. This is actually an e-bike made by Hitway, and apart from this model they've also got so many other options, and some are even foldable. We went for this one, which is the BK15 model, and it's a 7-speed mountain bike for all terrains. We received it a few weeks ago and it was pretty easy to set up. It was freezing cold outside, so we had to do it inside the van. Me and Charlie managed to put it all together pretty quick. If you're new to e-bikes, it's basically a normal mountain bike. You've got your gears here, and then you've got a 250 watt battery, which gives you that extra push when you need it. It's especially handy when you're going up a really steep hill. You can manage it from this nice little LCD screen, depending on how fast you want to go. You can also check your speed and battery level on it as well. If you're using the e-bike on level 1, you can go up to 90 kilometers, which is more than enough. And when the battery finishes, you can just take it off and charge it as you would inside, and then you've got this little lock here so that when it's on the bike you can keep it secure and no one can take it off. I've also installed this camera mount so that I can have the camera here filming as I'm going, and the most important thing, and this is something that we'll definitely be using more and more, especially as the warmer months approach. So if you're interested in the BK15 Lycows or any of Hitway's other models, I'm going to leave a link in the description box below so you can go and check them out. I rode to Malcesine.
Really? It's nice?
Very nice, yeah.
I'm jealous. What did you see?
A lot of ducks. What else? Nice little port village. I used to think Lake Como was so much nicer than Lake Garda before. But I don't know, like now,
It changed.
this time, yeah, I'm maybe changing my opinion. It's quite nice here.
They invested more, I think, when it comes to these roads, you know. I think 5 years ago it was totally different.
We're starving hungry. We're trying to get a breakfast slash lunch, maybe slash dinner, if we're lucky. And we've just stopped at this town called Garda. It's actually called the same name as the lake. But we're trying to find somewhere to park up. Is there another parking here? Or is this the only one? So van is parked up over here. We actually found this huge parking lot not too far from where we were looking, and we've just got about a 5-minute walk, 7-minute walk down to the front of Garda. We're super hungry and looking to get something to eat. Presto. Now with restaurants I have one thing that I look for. Is it open or is it closed? But with Charlene, she's a bit more picky, so she's always looking at the different reviews and going back through years of records just to find the best and ultimate restaurant, and she's found
The best one.
In
It's got
Garda.
4.7 stars. So
what, out of 10?
out of 5.
Ah, 5. That sounds promising. We're finding it so easy here along Lake Garda. Again,
Super easy.
we're in winter, so there's not a lot of people, but it's just so easy to enjoy. The weather's getting a little bit warmer bit by bit, and it's just making van life so easy for us, and it feels like the start of summer already for us.
Woohoo!
How about you, honey? Anyone home? Well, Shani's in the process of checking the menu. She goes through every item and then makes a choice, and then she goes back on her choice and chooses something else, and then just as the waiter's about to come to take the order, she changes her mind for a third time. And this is me, without even opening the menu. I know what I'm gonna have. Very nice place.
There are so many locals here.
The prices are really cheaper as well, it looks like. Look. Pizzas
Yeah,
are 10
8.50, 9 euros. Pretty good. Porcini, grana and speck. I'm still choosing.
Pizza is here, capricciosa for me. What you got?
Parmigiano, funghi.
And a little
Very
bit
good.
of Bardolino wine, which is where we're heading later, I think.
Yummy, yummy.
I've got an egg on my capricciosa as well. From the picturesque seaside town of Garda, where we're eating pizza and drinking Bardolino, we've now actually come to Bardolino. I'm gonna be absolutely honest with you, after all that food, it's a huge pizza and a glass of wine, I could have just slept here. Charlene wants to go out now because she wants... What do you want?
A tiramisu.
Tiramisu. Have you seen a tiramisu? Look at this, people, look at this. 9 degrees in Bardolino. Wow. Looks nice. Look at this.
Wow, look at this. Oh my god.
This is Bardolino.
Wow.
The Cafe Bardolino. That's the place that Charlene wanted to come and have her cake. Why don't you check this one out?
No, I
No?
want to look for another pasticceria.
Okay.
Pasticceria. Pasticceria?
It hasn't got any tables or chairs, let alone cake. Some nice liqueur.
Once out of the water, on average, a large fish eats
D'inverno solo fine settimana, giovedì a domenica, tutti chiusi.
only
Sì, abito qua sopra
vicino.
Ora vicino. Se è bella giornata,
Sì, è bella.
vado a figlia, ma se è brutta giornata.
Stare a casa.
Tanto guardo la televisione qua, guardo la televisione su.
Non è differenza. Grazie.
What are you looking for now?
Pasticceria, because I wanted tiramisu, but they're both closed, unfortunately.
Yeah, the ones you found online.
Yeah.
There's only a few shops open, and they haven't got tiramisu.
So, no tiramisu. We have to keep on looking in Italy for a tiramisu. And all the bakeries now are almost closed.
Don't worry, maybe next week.
Yeah, maybe.
So instead of a cake, we managed to get some limoncello and some nice chocolate liqueur as well. So for me, that's a win.
Yeah, it's good.
If you had the cake, you would have eaten it by now. At least now we can take those back to the van with us. Maybe have them in a few weeks' time. Or a few months' time, because that's the thing with us. We buy stuff and we just put it in the van and we forget about it. I think this week I saw this liqueur from Albania. We've been carrying it for about a year and a half, 2 years now. So we've made it back to the van, and unfortunately we still haven't been able to acquire a tiramisu for Charlene.
No tiramisu, unfortunately.
There was one shop that had, but it was like, how much was it?
It
9
was
euros?
8 euros for one piece of tiramisu, which is extremely expensive. I mean, just a tourist trap.
So no tiramisu for you then. Till next
Yeah.
time.
With 8 euros, I go from Lidl and I buy 2 packets of tiramisu.
So all the parking lots right now in winter, they're just all covered off. So it's been a pretty cheap trip in Garda so far. I'll let you know how much we spent at the end.
It's very expensive. Come on, guys. Just 8 euros. I told you, I go and buy 2 packets now from Eurosport. We've decided to leave Bartolino.
We've given up, guys. We've given up on the hunt for tiramisu.
Yes, next time. Next time.
And we were thinking of staying here because this is a free parking and it's quite empty. There's about 3 other vans here, 1, 2, 3, and a few cars on the far end. So it's very, very quiet.
But look at this guy right beside us.
Yeah, his fit in the box exactly. And to do that, you have to go up here. So you can imagine us, we're a larger van. We're sticking right out. So just in case, we're going to go and park up somewhere else. We also need electric because before we came here, we've literally been off grid for about a week now and we need to charge up our stuff. And we found a free camper stop about 15 minutes away. It's off the lake, so we have to go in this direction, I think. But we're going to go and check it out. And then tomorrow, after we're fully charged, we can then head back to the coast and carry on to the south of the lake. Sounds like a good plan, right?
Yeah, good plan. I'm still having my coffee.
Let's just do it then. Okay, so Charlene was good for finding this spot because we really needed to charge up. The problem is we're on the autostrada. I didn't even realize that the autostrada was so close to Lake Garda. We just drove 10 minutes up and we're here. So we're gonna charge up and then we might just stay here. It's a bit noisy, but to be honest with you, we've slept in these conditions before and we get used to it really. It's not that much of an issue. I think we'll spend the night here and then we'll drive back 10 minutes down to Garda for our final leg towards the south. Right, so we may have made a big mistake. Because we've come out here and ended up on the autostrada to charge up the van. And we're just looking on Google Maps, and to get back to the lake now we have to drive this autostrada for about 15-20 minutes and then cut back in to go to the lake. So we've really messed up there. But we're not going to give up on our Lake Garda mission, so we're going to go and do it and then we're going to cut back to the lake and see where we end up. So we have made it to the south of Garda, and I can tell you it's totally different here. Now we've come up to one of the villages in the south. There's Peschiera del Garda, and then that over there is Sirmione. It's like this little peninsula that comes out, and it's got this huge castle, really unique, which was built on purpose so that then they can dock their boats inside the castle walls. That's it over there. And here in the south, although you can see some mountains here and the huge mountains in the distance, it's nothing like the north. But the water here along the whole lake is just unbelievable. Look at this, how clear it is. It looks like it's the sea. I keep thinking we're on the sea, not on a lake. What we did see here as we were driving along, there's all these different parks like Garda Land, Lego Land and Movie Land as well. So maybe if you've got kids you might enjoy the southern part of Garda more than us, but we definitely enjoyed it more in the north.
Here it feels a bit different. It's not as touristic as it was there, and also driving by the lake there was really nice. Here the roads are just private and there are so many villas in this area, so it's just excluded, you know, you can't see the lake from the road, and that is something that we really liked driving there.
We just parked the van outside these villas. The main road is just going straight and then you have to cut in to reach the seaside, which is where we are now. Casa dei Pescatori, fisherman's house. This is all the fisherman stuff, look, all the nets. Bring your catch and you weigh your catch. I think this is the most thing that's fascinated me, is that all the water that we've seen all around the lake, it's always just crystal clear and really inviting to swim. There wasn't a part where it wasn't like that, just everywhere we stopped, just perfect water. And as I mentioned earlier, you forget that it's a lake. You actually think you're at the Italian coastline. Another surprising thing is that over the last 2.5 days that we've been traveling along Lake Garda, we've spent less than 50 euros, which is really incredible to be honest, seeing that we're in such a touristic place. And yeah, most of that was on food and drink.
Although it's really good to, you know, explore during the winter season, one of the cons was that we saw so many beaches and it's a bit cold to swim now. So
A lot cold to swim.
yeah, so for us it's not possible. But if you come here and you get some time to swim in the lake, I think it would be phenomenal.
Yeah, it's definitely very inviting. We now want to come back in summer. We know that we can't travel around as much as we did this time, but maybe just come to a campsite or something and have a nice swim in Lake Garda. Sounds pretty nice. Hope you enjoyed watching our video. If you did, hit the like button and drop a comment down below. Let us know, have you been to Lake Garda before? And if so, which was your favourite place? Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week as we continue exploring Italy.
Ciao!
Arrivederci!